Good evening. In the quiet New England town of Swampscott, Massachusetts, 5 decades ago, a brutal act shattered the innocence of a community on the brink of the holidays. Tonight, we revisit a cold case that continues to haunt a family and a town: the unsolved murder of Henry Bedard, Jr. He was just 15, a beloved son and brother brimming with life, whose story became an enduring echo of unresolved grief. Henry Bedard Jr., born in 1959, was the very essence of the all-American boy. He was the third of 5 children, known for his infectious smile, his kind heart, and a genuine passion for sports. On the baseball field, he was hammering Hank, and he played football, hockey, and even ran track. Henry was especially close to his father, working diligently at the family's Sunoco station, saving every penny for his dream of buying a car and getting his driver's license on his upcoming 16th birthday. Henry was pure joy. He was the kind of brother everyone wished they had, always smiling. My youngest brother, Scott, he absolutely idolized Henry. We all did. Monday, December 16th, 1974. With Christmas just around the corner, Henry, known for his thoughtful spirit, spent his afternoon preparing gifts. After school, he took a bus to Vinnen Square, where he dropped off film at CVS and then purchased a bottle of Love Cosmetics Musky Jasmine Flower, his sister Cheryl's favorite perfume. Around 3:40 p.m., he was last seen by town workers crossing the Department of Public Works yard, telling them he was heading home to wrap presents. He then entered the nearby woods on a path along an old, disused railroad line. It was the last time anyone saw Henry alive. The very next day, the town's worst fears unfolded. Tuesday afternoon, December 17th, 2 young boys exploring those same woods stumbled upon a horrifying sight. In a shallow, leaf-covered grave, they discovered Henry Bedard Jr.'s body. He had suffered brutal blows to the head. Cliff Goodman, witness. Interview, present day, somber. I saw him. It was Henry. That moment was almost frozen in time. You don't forget something like that. Police swarmed the scene. Lieutenant Peter Cassidy, who had seen Henry just the day before, was among the first officers, recognizing the boy instantly. Medical examination revealed Henry died from at least 5 severe blows to the head with a blunt object. Investigators quickly narrowed the time of death. The attack occurred in a tight 50-minute window, sometime between 3:40 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. on Monday. Near Henry's body, a critical piece of evidence was found: a baseball bat. The bat, a Louisville Slugger, bore unique hand-carved markings on its knob, a detail police hoped would identify its owner. Forensic tests confirmed human blood on the bat, but in the pre-DNA era, definitively matching it to Henry or another individual proved impossible. A partial fingerprint was also recovered, but tragically, Henry's fingerprints were not on file, leaving another vital clue without a definitive answer. While Henry's empty wallet initially suggested robbery, the sheer brutality of the attack hinted at a more personal, rage-fueled motive. Investigators believed Henry likely knew his killer, perhaps meeting someone in those secluded woods. 50 years of unanswered questions. The murder of Henry Bedard Jr. sent a collective shockwave through Swampscott. Thousands attended his funeral, mourning a life so cruelly cut short. But despite the community's grief and intense police efforts, the leads dried up, and the case eventually grew cold. In the weeks and months that followed, police re-interviewed dozens of people, primarily teenagers, and administered polygraph tests to several young individuals, all of whom passed. The crucial baseball bat was even sent to the FBI laboratory in Washington, D.C., but returned without any new breakthroughs. The case, with its vital clues unconfirmed and its motive unclear, slowly slipped into the archives of unsolved mysteries. 50 years later, the pain endures. Henry's mother, Gloria, passed away in 2014, never knowing why her son was taken. His older brother, John, also passed in 2022, but his sister, Cheryl Bedard, still carries the profound weight of this unresolved loss. It's a part of me that can never be fully recovered. Henry's death was the beginning of a journey I never wanted to take. All these years, I've just been waiting for that phone call, for someone to finally come forward. This December will mark the 50th anniversary of Henry's murder. The physical evidence may degrade, and memories may fade, but the search for justice continues. If you have any information at all regarding the murder of Henry Bedard Jr., no matter how insignificant it may seem, please contact the Swampscott Police Department at 781-5511. For a family that has waited half a century, your information could be the key to finally bringing the truth to light.
Real cases, real people. New England's Unsolved with Bob Ward.
There are some crimes that are so horrible, they leave an indelible scar on a community. Now, that happened 50 years ago in the small North Shore town of Swampscott. In this New England's Unsolved, we see how even a half century after Henry Bedard was murdered, the hunt for his killer is still on. In Swampscott, a 50-year-old painful and profound loss is remembered. Henry Bedard, 15-year-old high school sophomore, beaten to death with a baseball bat in December 1974. A new sign peers out from town center, designed to help find his killer.
If you could just put that up, that'd be great.
Meanwhile, Swampscott police share flyers with the message, "Justice for Henry." The day that Henry Bedard was killed was like any other. After school, Henry took the bus to Vinnon Square. He dropped a roll of film off at CVS, and he shopped for a Christmas present for his sister. In 2004, I interviewed the late Swampscott Police Chief Peter Cassidy, who recalled seeing Henry cross the street right in front of his cruiser that day.
I just stopped the car and just waved at him when he went across. He knew me, I knew him. He just went up that way, which is the direction of where we found him.
Chief Cassidy was one of the last people to see Henry Bedard alive. Sometime between 3 and 3:30, workers in the Swampscott DPW yard also saw Henry. 2 hours later, Henry was late for supper.
His family was very much a 5:30 dinner time. Back in the day, that was a very important thing for families. So when Henry didn't show up for dinner at that time, his family became concerned.
The next day, children playing in woods behind the DPW in an area known as Kite Hill or Swampscott View made a gruesome discovery. In 2004, Chief Cassidy brought me to the site.
He still had all his clothes on, jacket, and the clothes that he wore to school.
This Little League baseball bat, a Hank Aaron 31-inch Louisville Slugger, was found next to Henry's body. 50 years later, investigators are taking a fresh look at Henry Bedard's violent death, studying the murder weapon, the baseball bat. They want to know who owned the bat and what these markings might mean. Could what appears to be a letter K carved into the handle be an initial of the bat's owner?
Henry was a baseball player. He was an athlete. And to have his life taken the way it was makes it, I think, that much more difficult, not only for his family, but for the townspeople as well.
Swampscott Detective Sergeant Candace Doyle tells me, even after half a century of silence, no one is giving up on Henry Bedard.
We're just going over everything, resubmitting things for new DNA testing, just getting in front of everything.
Do you think there's still somebody around the area that has some information and doesn't know what to do with it?
Definitely.
Why do you think that?
It's just such a small town, and it was just really, the area was out in the open. Even though it was up on a track, it was really visible. So someone knows something, and we just want them to come forward.
If you have any information about the murder of Henry Bedard, you are urged to contact Swampscott Police at 781-595-1111. Or you can try Mass State Police at 1-855-MA-SOLVE. For New England's Unsolved, I'm Bob Ward.